Hello guys, in this session I will discuss integration of a function. So first I will tell you the meaning of indefinite integration. If you have a function phi x plus c, if we differentiate and we get a function fx, then this function phi x plus c is called antiderivative or primitive of fx. And this reverse process of getting this function from this fx is known as integration. So if we integrate this function, then we get phi x plus c. So this process of getting the antiderivative is known as integration. So integration of fx is equal to phi x plus c. So now let us take one more example. If we differentiate sin x plus c, then we get d dx of sin x is cos x, and differentiation of c is 0. Now from this, if we obtain sin x plus c from this function, this reverse process is called integration, and this function is called integrand. Integration of symbol is like this, S symbol, integration of cos x, then we write the variable dx is equal to sin x plus c. So this process of getting the function which was differentiated to get this function cos x is known as process of integration, and this is known as indefinite integration, because there are so many functions which when differentiated gives cos x. So there are indefinite functions, so we call it indefinite integration. There are indefinite functions which we differentiate, means sin x plus some constant, maybe sin x plus 1, sin x plus 2, sin x plus 100. So hundreds of indefinite functions which when we differentiate we get cos x. So this reverse process is known as indefinite integration. Now I will tell you some of the important formulas of indefinite integration. Now first formula, dx of x raised to the power n plus c. If we differentiate this function, then we get n plus 1, x raised to the power n plus 1 minus 1, that is xn. Now the formula of integration is x and dx. X and dx. Dx represent the variable, and this differentiation process is now replaced by this integration. So x plus 1, x and dx is equal to xn plus 1 upon n plus 1. N is not equal to minus 1 here. d dx of e raised to the power x plus c is equal to e raised to the power x. So integration of e raised to the power x, and then we write the variable dx with respect to x is equal to ex plus c. Then third, d dx of a raised to the power x plus c is equal to a raised to the power x log of a base e. Now the reverse process of this is integration. So when we integrate this function ax, then integration is equal to ax dx is equal to ax dx is equal to a raised to the power x plus c, a raised to the power x upon log ea plus c. So for integration, this sign, differential sign is replaced by this integral sign, and this variable which we write here. So in the integral we write it here in just in front. So integration of ax dx is equal to a raised to the power x log of a base e. Now next, let us consider some trigonometric formulas. As you know, d dx of sin x plus c is equal to cos x. So on differentiating this function, we get this function. The reverse process, that is how we from which function we get cos x. So that process is known as integration. So cos x and then integral sign is obtained by differentiating which function, sin x plus c. So is equal to sin x plus c. Now cos d dx of cos x plus c is equal to minus sin x. So integration of sin x, that is the reverse process of from which by differentiating which function we get sin x. That process is known as integration. So in place of d sin, we will put this integration sign. Variable, here we have differentiated with respect to as d dx. Here we will write the variable in front. So sin x dx is equal to minus cos x plus c, minus cos x plus c. Similarly, d dx of tan x is sec square x. If we differentiate, d dx of tan x plus c is equal to sec square x. So this sec square x is obtained by differentiating this function. So the reverse process from which function we get sec square x is known as integration. Integration of sec square x, and this sec square x when we differentiate this function with respect to x, so we will write here dx is equal to tan x and plus c. So in the first 6 formulas I told you how we get the formulas of integration. Now directly I will write the formulas of integration. Now 7th formula, integration of sec x tan x dx is equal to sec x plus c. Integration of cosec x dx, cosec x cot x dx is equal to minus cosec x plus c. 9th formula, integration of cosec square x dx is equal to minus cot x plus c. Next, integration of tan x dx is equal to integration of tan x is equal to minus log cos x plus c, or we can write here log of sec x plus c. Integration of cot x dx is equal to log of sin x plus c. Next, integration of sec x dx is equal to log of sec x plus mod sec x plus tan x plus c. Integration of cosec x dx is equal to log of cosec x minus cot x plus c. Integration of 1 upon under root 1 minus x square dx is equal to sin inverse x plus c. Integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square dx is equal to tan inverse x plus c. Integration of 1 upon x under root x square minus 1 dx is equal to sec inverse x plus c. Integration of minus 1 upon under root 1 minus cos x square dx is equal to cos inverse x, or we can also cos inverse x plus c, or we can also write this as minus sin inverse x plus c. Similarly, integration of minus 1 upon 1 plus x square dx is equal to cot inverse x or minus tan inverse x, and my integration of minus 1 upon x under root x square minus 1 is equal to cosec inverse x or minus sec inverse x plus c. So these were the basic formulas of integration. Now I will tell you some more rules of integration. So if you have two or more functions in the form of plus minus and you want to integrate them, and then integration of first function, then the plus minus sign, integration of second function, plus minus integration of third function. If a constant is being multiplied by a function, then take out the constant and integrate the function. I will illustrate these rules by taking some examples. For example, if you want to integrate a x square plus 3 sin x plus cos x, then there are three functions, x square, 3 sin x and cos x. So using this rule, separate them. Integration of x square dx plus integration of 3 sin x dx plus integration of cos x dx. Now as you know, here you will apply the formula of x raised to the power n. So x n plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, x cube upon 2 plus 1 is 3, plus sin x, 3 is a constant, so this rule will apply here. You can take out the constant 3, you can take it out, sin x dx plus integration of cos x will remain integration of cos x dx. In the next step you can write x cube upon 3, integration of sin x is equal to minus cos x, so minus 3 cos x and then plus integration of cos x is equal to sin x and then plus c. Now let us discuss some more questions. For example, if you have a raised to the power x plus x raised to the power a plus a raised to the power a dx. Now there are three functions with in between them plus sign, so you can separate integration of ax dx plus integration of x raised to the power a dx plus integration of a raised to the power a dx. Now a raised to the power x dx integration, you know the formula, then a raised to the power x upon log e a base log a e base e, x raised to the power n formula will apply here. So you can write this is equal to x a plus 1 upon a plus 1 plus a raised to the power a is a constant, so we can take it out, and integration of 1 dx, so we can write this is equal to a raised to the power x upon log a plus x raised to the power a plus 1 upon a plus 1 plus a raised to the power a, and integration of 1 with respect to x, then this is equal to x plus c, because we can write 1 as x raised to the power 0 dx, and then applying the formula x raised to the power 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1 we get x. So this was a generalization of these rules. In this video, I told you the simple formulas and certain rules regarding the integration. And in the next video, I will discuss some important questions of integration. Like and subscribe my channel for new videos and press the bell icon. Thank you, students.